Bitcoin can rise up to about 20%. I see that the ETF getting approved, we could see a $50,000 Bitcoin before a retracement, because there will definitely be a retracement, but there is so much hype, so much for this to get approved, which the deadline is January 10th. I don't see the SEC declining anybody, because they can't just approve one person and decline 9 others. And so the prices came out. They've also requested that everyone have their final applications in. So it looks imminent that this thing is going to get approved. If for some reason they delay it, their ending date is in March. That would be a big bummer. But January 10th, today is Monday. Today would be the best day to approve such an ETF, or maybe tomorrow. So we're seeing prices starting to skyrocket. Over the weekend, we saw another liquidation. Candles on Bitcoin and Ethereum and some of the other altcoins were bleeding because of this. They want to buy it low. They want to push it down. And we saw some of the rates come out. BlackRock pretty much going to war with everybody because of how low they are. You've got Grayscale that came out close to 2%, and now that they've moved back down to like 1.5%, and they'll probably continue to go lower because BlackRock says, hey, we're going to just charge 0.3%. And then ARK Finance says, hey, no, we're going to do 0.25. And it is insane what is going on right now. So this is definitely going to push and move Bitcoin mainstream. But I do want to tell everybody, why would you go for an ETF if you're being charged 0.3% of a management fee versus just holding it? Well, it's because of the broker, the SBIC insurance. You can now have insurance on your assets up to $500,000, which again, you'd have to have the underlying company go out of business before you could have any sort of an insurance claim. But for lots of people, they just like knowing that, hey, sure, I'll pay a little bit extra for that. But still, the best asset to get in is actual Bitcoin. And watch what happens with the price. We just hit a new all-time high over the last 2 years of 46,000 on Bitcoin, which is complete insanity. I assume Ethereum is going to follow suit as well, at least hit yearly all-time high. I know I've had price targets about 2,500 before I start selling off some of my positions. And then Ethereum, there is a spot ETF that is going to be approved or potentially approved in June, which could skyrocket yet again. This is crazy. 2024 is going to be massive because April is the halving. There's so much going in. So if you've been able to get in over the crypto winners of since 2017 and before, you were doing well, it's not too late, but it will become too late to start getting in on these asset classes, because cryptocurrency and the blockchain is going to tokenize every asset. Markets are going to be open 24/7, and you can send payments around the world for cheap. And banks and everybody are trying to get involved. They're like, we have to do something, because if we do nothing, well, Bitcoin is going to be too expensive for us to even invest in, because it's going to be $1 million. They'd rather get in when it's under 50,000, start creating these products for more people, be the custodial holder for a lot of this stuff, and then have a seat at the table so that they can make rules for what's going to happen in the future. This is a pivotal point in finance, is this Bitcoin ETF, where literally the rest of the world, the rest of finance, the money that's been sitting on the sidelines is now going to be able to come in, and there's a little bit more insurance based. Yes, we've been seeing a lot of exchanges with KYC, know your customer. They want to know this stuff. And I've been talking a lot on my channel where, hey, in order for us to make money as a retail trader, a retail investor, you need to have some sort of regulation, because our tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, if you're lucky enough to have a few $1 million, is not going to move markets. Just in traditional finance, you've got algorithmic trading. These guys, big companies like BlackRock, they force markets to go down because of the amount of money. They are able to lose so much money and make it all back. They're willing to have a paper loss of 20, 30, 40% before it, boom, skyrockets back up. Look at somebody like MicroStrategy, where they were billions of dollars in the hole, and now they're billions of dollars in profit. Most people couldn't have diamond hands like that, but big banks can. This is why this is so important. And watch this sucker get approved. Look for price targets around 48,000 to 50,000 before you see a retracement. Yes, Bitcoin and crypto, they are still going to have volatile markets because this is an emerging deal. Bitcoin and crypto has really only been around for 15 years, where traditional finance and investments have been around for 100 plus. This is new, and that's why everyone is scared of it. But a lot of people aren't going to be scared anymore because they'll be able to invest in a ETF, not a futures ETF where it's fake paper money, spot ETF where you're still owning some of the underlying asset, where the custodial holder of the hedge fund has to buy Bitcoin to hold on to it to then give it to you. Crazy. This is Johnny Crypto. Make sure you subscribe for more.